everybody, I hope you're really well. I am Husky Light, thanks for stopping by. Right, I have got a video coming up about Reiki. Now, I said that I'd do one ages ago for you, for those of you who didn't know what it was. The person that I was trying to get the notes from just didn't, they own a shop and they just didn't, they weren't getting around to it, they just didn't have time, bless them. So anyway, I've done something really good, I hope, for you. I've got another girl in and we've done a Skype together so that she can tell you all about what Reiki is and how it works and everything. Now, apologies before it comes on because our energies are really, really high, both of our energies. We tried Google Hangouts and Skype and messed about 3 or 4 times this morning trying to get the video together, and it just wasn't happening. So as soon as we managed to do one that was okay, we've just kept it. So you're going to see me from the most unflattering, horrible camera angle you've probably ever seen me at. Right under here, you can see right up my nose. But I don't care because we managed to get the video done and I can get it out for you. So I hope you enjoy it. My microphone doesn't work either on the thing. So in other words, ignore me completely. Don't look at my face. Just concentrate on what Shani's saying about Reiki and you'll do just fine. Okay, namaste, blessings and light. And I will speak to you soon. Bye.
Okay. Hi.
Oh yeah, how are you?
I'm good. I'm really good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Right, just to let everybody know, this is Shani from I Am Angelics. Hey, we were going to do it on Google Hangouts, but our energies are too high. It's freezing, it's messing it up, so we're having to do it this way. So hopefully it'll come through this way. Now, Shani is a Reiki master, and I did promise you that I would find somebody to give you a talk on Reiki so you know what it is, how it affects you, the benefits, all the rest of it. All of Shani's details are below in the video if you want to get in touch with her. She's also a twin flame healer. I tell you what, if I pass it over to you, do you want to go through it all?
Yeah, absolutely. Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to us today, and also thank you to Husky Light for having me here
No problem.
to talk about this. So I'm a Reiki, Seiki master practitioner and teacher. I'm also a Blu-ray angelic twin flame, a twin flame healer, a Kundalini mentor as up until the stage that I'm at and the experiences that I've had, a spiritual mentor. I'm also a psychic medium, energy reader, clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient, claircognizant, empath. I do all of that stuff. My psychic abilities are like pow. And this is thanks to Kundalini and my awakening and things like that.
Can I just say, we're both Blu-ray twin flames, and we're very similar in the way that we woke up, and you had a Kundalini awakening. Was it last July?
Yeah, July. Yeah.
She was already awake though, but then had the Kundalini as well.
Nobody wants to go through that, do they? They don't.
No.
They don't. And I know you can agree with me, Husky, in the fact that as soon as we came into this place, it was like help people, help people, help people, because it is and has been a very intense process. No matter how much you come into this, oh, we should just love our process and we should, well, that's just spiritual ego, isn't it? Right?
Mm-hmm.
We should do this and we should do that. The truth is you go through it and you embrace it, and you feel the hardness of it and you feel the lightness of it, and you just kind of float and tread water as you go along through it.
Yeah.
And part of, I know, our mission.
Hopefully come out the other end.
Yeah, well, we will do. We are coming out. We're stepping out now. Yes, we are. But part of our mission, I know, because we both went through this, it's happening to me, that means it's happening to someone else, that means that I need to heal people. And you don't have to be a twin flame to be experiencing an awakening. There are plenty of people that are starseed and on mission, or not even on mission but are awakening, right at the moment, and this is why we're doing this talk, because healing is the way forward. All right, and healing comes in many forms, as you know, obviously, you know, through guidance from the angels, which is what, you know, you're working with your cards and things like that, and mentoring people. And my approach to it is actually doing, you know, the healing and transmutation and things, which we're all able to do it. But obviously with Reiki, it's something that you're attuned to. And so I'm just going to explain a little bit about that now, so you can understand. And then, you know, if you feel like you need healing, then you can always contact me. And there are other people out there as well that are willing to do the work and stuff. But what I find is the higher in vibration you are, the stronger the healer you are. And even though, and I will say this now, we all have abilities to heal, right? And especially twin flames as well, because the higher in vibration you get, you come into instant manifestation mode, and then you're transmuting, and that in itself is healing, which I will get into in a bit anyway. But basically, there are many different forms of Reiki, and if you go on the internet, you will find this. There are lots of different forms. The standard one that people associate Reiki with is a Sui, and it's ancient Japanese form of healing using the earth element of energies. Okay, now what I'm attuned to is Reiki Seikin. Okay, so it's basically ancient Japanese and ancient Egyptian form of healing, okay, which is using 4 elements of source energy. So whereas Reiki is just the earth element, right, it's very strong, it's very masculine in tone, and when you feel it, it feels quite dense but very loving and overwhelming, and it's very beautiful and it's very powerful. But so
for somebody who's never had it before, doesn't have a clue about it, never heard of it, if they sort of, you know, walked into your clinic or health place to do Reiki, how does it actually physically work? Do you massage them? Do you?
No, it's basically, you can do it in many ways. All right, so we're taught certain symbols that we can work with. Okay, these can actually be used via intention, or we draw them, and there are different ways of drawing them, and each symbol carries a specific vibration as to what we're connecting to. Okay, so the client would I don't know, I would talk to the client and find out what their issues are, or I would tune into spirit and they would say, you've been going through this and this and this. And so it's like a psychic session as well. And then we would work out based on that what they need, right? And then I would work like that. There are many ways of doing it, okay? There are standard ways where I can do standard hand positions on people, so it's hands-on healing, okay? So there are hand positions I can use. Or how I work is I allow my Reiki and Seikin guides to guide me. So I just let go, and then they'll be like, yeah, you need to go here, or you need to go here. Now, so the client literally just sort of lies down and relaxes. Sits down, relaxes, and then what happens is my body is used as a conduit for source, God, energy to flow through, and the client's soul will pull that energy through me. And so the client is doing the healing, but they're pulling it. It's almost like source, my soul is the middleman, and then their soul. And because the soul is highly intelligent, the soul knows exactly how much of whatever it needs to heal itself. And so the soul will pull that energy through my body, and then it will heal them, basically.
Wow, so you're actually working with source energy.
Yeah, it doesn't come from me. I'm not doing the healing. It is not an ego thing. It's my body is a conduit for source energy to flow. And naturally, the clearer you are in vibration, the stronger the energy is going to come through. And the whole purpose of it is to clear the blockages in the chakras and in the energy bodies. Now, with Seikin, which is the ancient Egyptian version. Okay, so you get the other 3 elements of source energy, all right, because it's very complex. So Reiki is the earth, and then Sekim is water, fire. And so it's a very powerful form of healing because you're integrating all the different aspects, the elements of source. All right, so...
What sort of benefits would they feel? Now, I've had one session of Reiki a few months ago, and I know how fantastic it is and how it balances out. What sort of other benefits, and how long do the benefits take to kick in if somebody is to have a Reiki session?
Okay, well, healing is an ongoing thing. As you know, anyone that's been going through purging process, whether that be through Kundalini or whether that just be living, because living is a purging process, right? We purge all our lives, don't we? Every time we're triggered emotionally, we're purging. Healing happens in many layers because we've had many alternative lives, if you like, past lives, okay, where we've stored blockages, and so it works in layers. And what I find with Reiki and Sekim healing or any other type of hands-on healing or source healing is that when the energy comes through, you feel very blissed out and you feel very calm and very relaxed and very peaceful. And it has many benefits on the physical body, like, healing swollen feet, like, trapped nerves. I mean, and sometimes it's instantaneous depending on how high vibration the healer is. But when you do get these sessions, you will purge, because the whole purpose in healing is to remove the blockages, right? It calms you down, and then you have to purge, all right? It's not just something you have a quick fix and I'm healed. It doesn't work like that, unless you're Jesus, right? Because when Jesus ascended, he got to a point where he was like, and now you can see, and boom. Because he mastered the God consciousness within himself. And this is the place we're all getting to, where it's the healing's bam, that's it. But with Reiki and Sekim and other forms of healing, it's more a gradual process, and it's something that, you would need to do on a regular basis, all right? And, I do perform psychic surgery as well, where I visualize, I go into your energy bodies and I remove blockages and things like that. But what I found is that you cannot avoid the purge no matter how much you try. And I'm still working on this. I am still trying to find a way to avoid the purge to make it easier for everyone.
Yeah, you're never going to find that.
I don't think that's going to happen either, to be honest.
It's not.
But
I know that when I went, first of all, because I had actually 2 Reiki masters working on me. I had one at the bottom half of me, around my ankle area, working sort of upwards, and another at my head. And I could, as I had my eyes closed, I could actually see waves of energy sort of coming from them and waves of energy coming from me. I could see it merging as they were doing the healing.
That's your soul connecting to what it needs and working the energy. I mean,
I'll tell you what it looked like. It looked like, if you're on it's the middle of summer, you're on a really hot road, and you can see the heat waves. That's what it looked like as I had my eyes closed, and it was amazing. And the other thing as well, I think I had a pain in my hip, and I could feel them drawing that, because it actually got quite painful as they were drawing it out.
Well, I've had fantastic experience. One of my first clients, she was a lady that had a stroke, and basically she came to my mum's house, and I did the session in my mum's summer house. And this lady, it took her about 5 minutes to walk from the car to my mum's house. She was in such a bad state, right? She had her granddaughter and her daughter with her, and they were helping her. She could hardly walk. She had all, like, the face had dropped. She could hardly talk. She was in a really bad way. I spent 1 hour with her, and she literally got off the bed on her own, got up and walked faster. I never see anything like it in my life. I was completely shocked. And then, I was just like, bloody hell, like, how on earth did that happen? And it wasn't me doing it. It was, the higher aspects of myself, the angelic guides, the ascended masters who came in to do the work. but it was miraculous what I saw.
It's a fantastic argument for not taking pills, isn't it? And not taking pharmaceutical drugs. And
well, it is, yeah, it really is. I mean, you know, the benefits are, I mean, it's something that you would constantly need to work at, because we do have layers. This is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
But there is no, you know, there's no restrictions to what it can do. And I've seen that working with someone who had a stroke, and I think I was only a level 2 when I did that, not even a master at the time. And so, you know, as you go higher and higher in vibration, you're what you can channel from source and what you're capable of doing in instant manifestation becomes really miraculous. It's
because we know that a lot of physical pain and illnesses that we have can come from spirit.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I feel that
they're on a deep soul level.
Well, yes, this is it. I mean, 90% of your physical ailments are a direct manifestation about how you feel and think about life. Okay, really, it is. That's all it is. You physically manifest your hurts, right? And this is why when you clear your energy through healing, that you start to see your body starts to regenerate, because it's still holding on to vibrational patterns where you felt the victim, where you've been assaulted, where you've been ridiculed, where, you know, these things that you're holding on to manifest. And we were saying this earlier when we said about, you know, the elderly person who smoked all their life and gone, my lungs are made of steel and I'm never going to die of cancer, and they don't. And then you get the person that smokes and worries and worries and worries they're going to get cancer. And they will, because in essence, nothing is actually bad for you. It's your belief system that creates the manifestation of, oh, this is going to kill me. And, you know, what do you expect if you hold that belief system? You know, it's very much mind over matter. But when you have created such intense blockages, and when I say that in terms of, you know, how many past lives you've had.
Yeah, we're talking past lives as well. It's not just this lifetime.
You're not just holding a vibrational pattern of that. The vortices, the chakras are very deep in nature, and they're, you know, carrying hurts and pains and experiences of all your past lives, well, your simultaneous lives, since it's omnipresent, right? And then you've got your, you know, your auric layers, your pain bodies, right, where your physical pain's stored, and then you've got your emotional bodies and your mental bodies, and everything in these all contributes to your physicality, right? So if you suffer from arthritis, you could be storing, you know, hatred and anger down there, and that's why you've got that, right? It's not just, oh, well, I'm old and I've done a lot of work, and because our bodies weren't really designed to be, you know, battered and butchered, and naturally what you eat and what you know, if you do exercise and things like that contribute to it. But you have to remember that it's a balance between, you know, your physical vibration and ego self and your soul self as well, and it's about a balance, you see. It's not just...
This is the fantastic difference between holistic healing and pharmaceuticals, because pharmaceuticals just seem to, most of the time, cover up the symptoms. They're dealing with the symptoms, but not the actual cause of it.
Exactly. Well, this is it. Yeah, the cause of it is always the blockage. Always the blockage. So
I know, when I had mine, and I do have to go back, I'll have to come and see you. I have to come over and get some sessions.
I'd love to do a session. I do it remote as well. I can do it remote healing, so I don't need to be with anyone in person. I can just channel.
So that's fantastic. So if any of the subscribers want to have it done remotely as well, and obviously if they're in the United States or Australia or something, they could get a session from you that way.
Yeah, well, I've worked with over 1,000 clients now, both doing, you know, psychic work and doing, you know, healing work, and I try to integrate the two, because I feel that, you know, like, readings are beautiful and they give you guidance and they help you on your way, and that's good, but I like to kind of combine it so that they get a bit of everything in there. And I find that when I'm working with my clients, like, they'll often feel, and I have, like, extra pairs of hands working on them, and, you know, they'll get cold breezes, and they'll, you know, you'll get all your angelic entities coming in who are helping you and working with you, and they'll have beautiful experiences. And it's just beautiful to know that there are beings out there, high vibrational beings, that are looking after us, that are helping us, that are working with us, you know. And it
is the most relaxing, beautiful feeling, having the healing. And I could feel the heat coming through different parts of my body as it was happening, depending on which part they were working on. And I know the Reiki master that was working on my head, sort of afterwards, I told her about the waves of what looked like energy and merging and everything. And she said, all I could see was purple. She says, I've never seen so much purple in somebody for ages.
Violet flame.
Which is probably the twin flame aspect of it, I suppose.
I mean, there's a lot of purple around us, guys, at the moment, because we're transmuting, and transmutation is the violet flame. It's coming in, it's turning density into unconditional love, which is really beautiful. So yeah,
it is. So I can't. So we've gone through sort of what it feels like and the benefits. And any of my subscribers that want to get hold of you, that's okay?
Yeah, of course. I'd love to work with any of you. I've got my fees are on. They're very reasonable as well, my fees. So I think I charge something like £30 for half an hour. It's not a lot of money.
That's really cheap.
Yeah, consider. Yeah. If you want a whole hour, it does go up a little bit. I think it's like £50, but during this, I do, I give guidance and things as well. So people always get a lot more for their money than you're just going to have this and that's it. I always try to incorporate mentoring and understanding of what's going on, and educating them as best as possible, because I feel a lot of people don't really know what's going on when it happens. They go for a session, I'll just lay down and I'll put my hands on you and do this, but I really make an effort to help them understand, which brings peace and clarity into it as well. And I think that's really important, that people feel safe and understand what's going on. So
it is just to help them to understand where the actual energetics of it, and where it comes from and how it works, which is really good. So is there anything else we can
talk about?
Cover while we're on here? I mean, it's mainly about Reiki and this one, but
yeah, you will purge. You will purge. There's no getting away from the purge. All healing comes to purging. That's the whole purpose of it. And I know that can be really, really intense for some people as well. And
to explain purging for people who don't get that word or that way, it's letting emotions out, isn't it? It's getting rid of trapped.
Yeah. Well, what you have to understand is, and this might confuse some of you, and I do apologise if it does, the only real emotion we have is unconditional love, okay? That's the real emotion we have. Peace, surrender, forgiveness, acceptance, and love, right? Anything else is a blockage, right, that we've created based on a situation that we said no to. Instead of accepting it, we've said no, and it's created pain, and then when we've denied that pain, we've stored it. So the whole purpose of purging is to release, right? It's to release anger, it's to release sadness, it's to release hatred, right? It's to release pain. And once you release all those, you go into a lovely place called the void, where you don't care about anything anymore, because all you feel is love and acceptance. And that's a great place to be. Trust me, I've been there twice.
Yeah, I've been there. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's what we're rooting for. Come on.
It's not very productive. We can't get much done when we're in the void. But
no, because the soul is in observation mode. It just goes, oh. And I was saying to you the other day that I think I was sitting on a train and I forgot where I was going. And suddenly I was like, I don't know where I'm going, and that's okay. And I'm just going to accept and allow it. And I was like, oh, I'm just sitting on the train, like going along. And suddenly Spirit said, yeah, you've got to get off now. And I was like, oh, right. And I got off. But, the void is the place we all want to get to. It's
moving that's moved the ego completely out of the way to just
trust Spirit. Yeah, and this is it. And the thing is, your brain shuts down when you get to the void, and the ego shuts up, and it's like, oh, finally, no more drama, And sometimes it will try it, but but there's nothing to trigger it. The trigger is the contraction, and then the pain is the blockage, or the anger is the blockage, or you know. And as long as you're feeling that, you have stuff to release. So I'd recommend to anyone, if you want healing, do come to me. And if you don't feel drawn to me, that there are other healers out there that do it as well. Choose someone who is high vibrational, okay? Because the higher in vibration they are, the stronger the healing is going to be, the better it will be for your soul. And and I do teach as well, but only for people that are in England. I do workshops and things like that, if anyone's interested, where I teach and then attune you as well. And you can find the details on my website, which will be below somewhere.
I'm going to stick everything below. So if you want to email Shani or book a session, go through to our website, go and see the sort of thing that she does, because she is fantastic. She's amazing. She's one high vibe lady.
I'll be doing the same with my clients, with you, lovely. I'm going to come to you as well. It's all about working together. There's plenty for everyone. There's plenty for everyone, and you know, and money is just energy as well, guys. Remember that. We're not just on here going, oh, I can make money out of this, because we're not. We're coming from a place of love and wanting to help people, and we trust God that those who are meant to come to us will come to us. So know that this is not a pitch. This is us sharing our experiences, trying to educate you guys. And then if you feel a pull to either of us for anything, then do come and just, you know, follow your guidance. And if you don't, then that's okay as well. You know, it is what it is. So,
okay. Well, thank you. We'll probably get you on again, if you don't mind.
Yeah, of course.
At some point, we can do a bit of a twin flame talk.
Oh God, yeah, I've got lots and lots to say about that.
I know you have. We can't do it in this one. That Kundalini awakening as well, because we've gone through it. A lot of other people are going through it,
and a lot more are going to be going through it very, very, very soon. And
yes, mass awakening coming on. Lots of people waking up, and we're here to help. So. Right, so namaste, love. Thank you so much.
I love you so much as well. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you. And to all the subscribers out there, I love you guys. You're amazing, all right? Keep tuning in. Keep tuning in, and my details will be below if you want to come and listen to some of my experiences that I've been going through. And there's healing installments on there as well if you want to check my healing out and see for yourself, all right? So thank you for having me.
Okay, love. Right. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Out of this now, don't we? Bye.
Yeah, see you. Bye.